Hello and welcome back to the top 50 tracks of all time with me, Mark Denise. This chart has started to get extremely confusing for me, so I hope it still all makes sense to you there watching. It should do, because it's all in chronological order. The reason I'm saying this is because at this moment in time, I am sitting here recording track number 26. At the same time that I am preparing to publish track 39 for the viewers, at the same time that my wife and children have just watched track number 45. So it's all got a little bit all over the place now. So I'm trying to keep it together there. Hopefully you just watched the rundown from 50 to 40, just to remind you of where everything was there before we move. And as I've said, I've just totally confused myself now, because you shouldn't have watched that countdown now, because you're on number 26. That was for number 39, which is coming out later. Forget that. Edit's on the way. You're looking at, or you're going to find out about number 26. Apologies for that. Number 26 is a drop. It's a dropper wherever those arrows are. Like I said, I'm not 100% on focus here. It's one of these, of course. It's a drop. And it's dropped 10 places. In 2010, it was number 16. And in the top 30, it was a little bit higher than that. It was in the top 10. So it's another one that's steadily dropping. It's from this album, The Doors. The Doors, as it's sometimes called, but really it only says The Doors on, so it's self-titled there. They've already been in. They were number 50 with Riders on the Storm, and this is, of course, the classic at the end. I didn't even need to build up any sort of suspense there. How could it be anything else? Fantastic song from start to finish. One of the longest. It clocks in at 11:43, so one of the longest in this chart. Filled with visual ideas, Oedipal concepts. Apparently, according to a journalist, autobiographical. Jim Morrison denies this and says that the whole band wrote it. So it's not just about his problematic relationship with his parents. So take that as you will. Music-wise, it's can I say a roller coaster? I don't know if I can, but it's just one of those classics that stayed. I think I first started to get in The Doors after I'd seen the Oliver Stone film. And then I've been listening to them since, not as much over the last few years, hence why this track's probably dropped a little bit. But at the same time, this one always keeps coming back as a classic. So that's why it's where it is today. It comes from 1967. So there's your 60s track. I can't remember how many I had from the 60s. It might be that there's another one in there as well. But in terms of 60s, here's one at 67. So one of the oldest in the chart, and showing that there was some good music in the 60s, just not a lot of it. So The Doors, The End. Obviously you've heard it, but then again, I've got younger listeners, so maybe not. But anyway, give it a listen when you've got 12 minutes to spare. See you later.